Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Unit 2 on what is power. We are going to begin our 2.2 guided notes. So, yesterday we did 2.1, and today we are going to discuss what we are getting ourselves into. So, right now you should be going onto your modules and getting your guided notes. So these are the guided notes that you're going to be using as I guide you through the lesson. So you click there, and as I do the lesson, you are going to fill these out as I discuss each Bill of Rights. So yesterday I showed you an image, these images right here, and they weren't very clear, so I want to discuss our first rules and our laws in the US. And these were written, are part of our Constitution, and they guarantee us our rights. So let's begin with the First Amendment. The First Amendment protects our five of our rights, which is freedom of speech, religion, freedom of the press. This means like anything you post, things that you post on social media. If you want to protest, if you want to share anything on the media about your thoughts, you have the right to do that. Freedom to assemble, as you can see in the picture, means that you can go out and protest. And then finally, freedom to petition are ideas if you want to change something. Okay, our Second Amendment is the right to bear arms. Bear means to hold. This gives citizens the right to own guns. Each state has different regulations when it comes to obtaining a gun. However, the whole country has the right to bear arms. The Third Amendment states that the government cannot force you to house or take care of a soldier during times of war. Believe it or not, back in the day, before there was a United States, people had to house soldiers, right? But nowadays, we don't need to do that. So this guarantees that you don't have to house any. The Fourth Amendment is that you have the right to deny a police officer from searching your personal belongings. And if they would like to search you, they need permission. And they need they need the permission. They need to prove that they can check you. They can't just come up to you and say, "Hey, you look suspicious. Let me check your backpack." No, there has to be a reason for it. The Fifth Amendment gives you the right to grant a jury for serious crimes. All of this pretty much states that you cannot incriminate yourself. You have the right to stay silent. You have the right to be protected by a lawyer. However, if you do choose to speak, especially in court, then you are choosing to be judged. So that is why most folks say that they plead the fifth, because they don't want to incriminate themselves, and that's the job of their lawyers. The Sixth Amendment, you have the right. The Sixth Amendment pretty much states that you have the right, no matter what, if you're a criminal or if you're not guilty, you have the right to process your case in front of a judge. You have the right to a lawyer, no matter what. No matter what the situation is. Seventh Amendment states that you have the right to take someone to court. You can sue someone. And if you are taken to court, you have the right to have a jury. And a jury are those people that are sitting and watching, and they're the ones that make the decision whether the whether the criminal is guilty or not guilty. So that is your right. The Eighth Amendment pretty much states that they cannot punish you for unusual punishment. For example, let's say a 12-year-old stole a car, they cannot punish you through the death penalty. That's an unusual punishment, right? So it needs to be a fair punishment. In our country, there's still questions about what is a fair punishment. So we'll leave it at that. The Ninth Amendment states that not everything is written in the Constitution, right? So whatever is not written there doesn't mean that you don't have a right. I'll just leave it at that. And finally, the 10th Amendment states that they don't give all the power to Congress. They divide it up. They divide that power to the states. So they give power to the people. For example, each state has a driver license laws, right? Each state has regulations on gun laws. Each state has a right with how they want to have education or schools or their taxes. So the power is just divided differently. So all in all, these are our 10 rights, our amendments. These were the original ones, and they're there to this day. And we will, in future lessons, we will discuss how our country has been challenged by these amendments. Okay? So now that I'm done, complete your notes. And then you're going to complete your notes. And then you're going to complete your Know Your Rights practice, followed by an exit ticket that I will have very soon. Okay? Bye, everyone.